So, good day, people of God. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. So, this is not a general content, this is a summary of the content I want to post. So, now, people of God, if you know you're a Christian, I actually want to say this. You're a Christian, you're still growing in Christ, you're still like a baby Christian, you're not yet deep in Christ, you still, desire God, you still keep desiring God, and you realize that the kind of people you have on your contact list reminds you of some certain things that can disconnect you from Christ, that can weaken your faith, that can take you away from Christ and are not living in line in Christ. I will advise you to block them. Yes, I will advise you to block them, because it's not as if you're just trying to be harsh here. You're just trying to help your faith in Christ. You're just trying to help your growth in Christ. You're just trying to, stable yourself in Christ. You need to be, filled with the fire, filled with the power, filled with the inner spirit, filled with that conviction of God in you. You understand? For if you know that you are still growing and you're still weak and you still have those contact lists that reminds you of your past, that talks about your past, anytime you have conversation with them, they reflect your past, they bring that past of pain, that past of sin, that past of depression, that past of oppression, that past of a lot of dark things that you've been into. I would advise you to block them, because you're not in light. You don't let those kind of people, not because you are trying to judge them, no, but you are helping your faith in Christ. Don't let those set of people take you away from Christ, especially those people that loves to stay in your past. Leave them to your past. You are now in the light. You are now shining. You are now working according to God's purpose in your life. You are now growing. You are now building. You are no more at the back. I'm not saying you should judge them, and also expect that when the time comes, God can use you to convert them. You might not have their contact again, but one way or the other, they'll be converted through you. Do you understand? Because if you still have them as contact list, it will be very difficult for them to understand your growth in Christ. You feel no be can there be this? I don't believe. In fact, they want to lure you into the world back with some conversations, no. Block them, delete them. Not you being harsh, but helping your faith. You're not meant to take advice from people like that. The advice you need are people that lives and grow in Christ to build your faith. People that are discouraging you, trying to take you away from Christ, try to make you understand that your past is much more better than now. So for me not to make this my voice not long, now the second step, if you are this kind of person that people in your past does not affect your conviction, your growth, your faith in Christ, even though no matter how you guys converse, you meet, you talk, it does not shake your faith in Christ, there is no problem. Keep their contact. As long as it does not affect your faith in Christ, it does not shaking you, it does not make you to condemn yourself, it does not drag you away from the light or drag you away from God. Remember, you are no more in darkness. You are now for the light. Do you understand? So as long as you know that it does not affect you, they don't affect you in any ways, don't worry, you can keep them. It can even be based on your conversation, your behavior, the posts they've been seeing. They'll be convinced that wow, you are captured by God. God has told you that He is ready, not when you are ready. And you found yourself growing in line with Christ, building your faith in Christ, wanting to know more in Christ, wanting to grow more in Christ. Everything that concerns you is all about Christ. They might actually gain salvation through what they see. I want to go into your church. It starts from that. When you know it won't affect you as a Christian. If you know that these people your past in darkness will affect your presence or your faith in Christ, I will advise you to disconnect yourself from them. Not for you being harsh or criticize them, but to help your faith to grow and build more in Christ. So when it is time, God will use you to convert them and bring them to Christ. So if you're also someone that you can't be affected by the people in your past when you were still a sinner, God can also use you to convert them and bring them to Christ. I will give few examples in the Bible. Number one, God instructs us, anything that will make us commit sin, cut it off. If it's your hand that will make you commit sin, cut it off. Not talk of people that you have associated in your past life that will affect your faith in Christ, cut them off. But if you know that it will not affect your faith in Christ, leave them. Remember, Jesus in the Bible ate and dined with sinners. They didn't affect the faith of Christ. It even make God and Jesus to be more devoted and do the will of God, which He has sent him. Then the second instance is Moses and the Israelites. He committed sin because of the Israelites. He was so angry that the sin he committed did not allow him to enter the promised land God has promised the Israelites. So 2 instances. Jesus ate and dined with the sinners, but his faith was not shaken. But Moses, helping, interceding for the Israelites, eventually committed sin because of the Israelites, fell into sin through anger. If you know something, let me say it again, if you know those people in your past or whatever you're doing in your past or whatever thing, it might not be human being, that will convert you away from Christ, that will draw you away from Christ, disconnect you from Christ, or shaking your faith in Christ, I would advise you abstain from it, or probably disconnect yourself from it, or from those people, or from whatsoever that will disconnect you from Christ, and follow the assignments which God has sent you to do. Leave those things in the past. Leave those people in the past. If they want to dwell in that past, leave them to it. But when time comes, God may eventually use you for them, but not when you are still weak in Christ. And remember, God liveth. And bye, guys.